What's up, guys? You like our content? You hate our content? You want to interact with us? You want to tell us what you really think? You want to support us? You want to detract from us? Do we enrage you? Do you love us? Join us over on Patreon. $5. Join our Patreon. Become a member. We do member-only videos on Patreon, and we build those videos off your questions and answers. We'll read anything you put almost. Even if it's against us, if you disagree with us, we can have a real conversation. We can have a hateful conversation. Patreon. SOEtacticalgear.com. All these clips you watch come from our YouTube. We do a 90-minute to 2-hour podcast on YouTube once a week. You can join that member group there for between $5 and $15 range, and you can interact with us, and you see all of these video clips. You see full-length content within 2 days of us making it, so it comes up as current events. If you don't want to join, that's okay. These videos come out free to the public on the SOE Tactical YouTube page. I also do a live every night at 9 o'clock on YouTube, and we can discuss anything you guys want to talk about.
What booth is this, John?
Monkey Edge.
What booth?
So like, I didn't know who Monkey Edge was. Horton said, hey, did you see my video I did with Monkey Edge? I'm like, no, who's Monkey Edge? This was a couple of years ago. So I'm watching their video, and I'm like, that dude's got a cool fucking office. Who is this dude?
And he's good looking.
And he's good looking. I'm like, who is this dude? Like, I want a fucking office like that. I'm like, I'm gonna get a leather couch. Amanda's like, you'll never sit on the leather couch. So I make it a point to make everybody leave at 6 o'clock so I can sit on my leather couch for 30 minutes and just do emails. But I built that office because of seeing his office, and then when I saw this deal, I'm like, that's the dude with the office. I didn't know what he fucking made.
And he's good looking.
And he's good looking. So what do you got? What do you do?
We sell the coolest shit that people don't need.
But they buy it.
But no, actually I've always been into military gear and just cool technical stuff, you know, done right and craftsmanship. So, you know, I'd say we're kind of a knife dealer, but not necessarily every knife brand under the sun. We kind of work with, you know, guys that we really dig their stuff, we've got a good relationship with, and that extends, you know, basically if it's cool and technical and we dig it, we sell it. You know, titanium
But it's not just production, like it's the high-end production or the custom shit.
Yeah.
Like Brady gets stuff that you see on Facebook and on the websites and shit, but you'll never get a chance to buy it because he already bought it. Like he has shit for resale that you could never get. It's wild. Like he's like, let's do some collaborations. Like I want to be involved in anything he's doing. He's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't care. I don't even know what we want to do.
I can guarantee it'll be the fuckest.
We just want to do some shit. So
no, yeah, man, and that's the thing is we're really about everybody that we carry, we kind of look at it like it's a collaboration. You know what I mean? Like it's our job to make sure their brand looks really good and that we put the word out. We're kind of like evangelists for the guys that we carry because it's much more than like, hey, you know, give me some shit so I can sell the shit and make money. I mean, at the end of the day, money makes the world go round. But that's why we work with so few people. Number one, because we're stupid. But number two, it allows us to focus on really working with the guys that we're working with, you know, and it's like, you know, obviously you guys don't need us to sell shit, you know what I mean? You're selling everything you can make as quick as you can make it every single day. But it's like, you know, to do something together and do it, you know, do it cool and kind of put a whole new spin on it, you know, and that's what we love. You know, whether it's teaming up with a knife maker and maybe an engraver or whatever else, just that juxtaposition of getting cool guys that make cool shit, putting it together and just doing shit we love. Beats digging a ditch for a living.
What'd you do before you started Monkey Edge?
Monkey Edge, you know, it's before that, I literally, we still do. We have another site, monkeydepot.com. We sell 1/6 scale action figures, you know, and again,
I didn't know that.
I was a gear nerd, and, you know, as the 1/6 stuff started getting, you know, super detailed, and I was into the real gear, and so we were selling the miniatures, and literally became we also acted as kind of like a liaison between China and the States for licensing deals with gear manufacturers, you know, Eagle or whatever else. And I was at SHOT Show, and Josh from Strider had recognized the monkey logo on my hat at the time. And he said, hey, you know that guy? And I go, yeah, that's me, and that's us, and yada, yada, yada. And he had seen the logo around. So we started talking, and we actually sold, and still do sell, a lot of action figures to you know, a lot of real, you know, quote, I hate using that word, real deal dudes or whatever, you know. But
I didn't know that.
yeah. So he saw the logo and and I was like, well, we actually sell a lot of shit to the military and law enforcement on the toy side. And I don't know whether it was him or me that said, hey, well, why don't you sell some of our knives? And I was already a fan of the knives. And so I went out with my buddies that night and got blasted, watched the sun came up, staggered into SHOT Show the next morning and said, yeah, man, sign me up. I said, and I bought as many knives as I could buy, walked back to my other buddy's booth with literally an armload of huge fixed blades, right? That's my buddy, famous 1911 Smith, Jason Burton. And I walked into his booth with all these knives, and he goes, dude, what did you do? And I go, I became a knife dealer. And he says, what do you know about selling knives? I said, oh, not a fucking thing. I said, but we're gonna do it.
They're cool.
Yeah, and that was it. You know, so literally one drunken night and lots of martinis, and somebody recognized the monkey on my hat, and the monkey edge kind of kicked off.
So now that this isn't just a hobby and it's a business, what do you do for a hobby?
Eat. No, but I still try to remain good looking, even though I'm fat. No, race cars. I race a vintage Formula Ford, which is an open wheel class. You know, it's not a Porsche, or Ferrari, or nothing, but it's
fucking cool.
It's the heat. Yeah, so that's what I do to kind of any money I make that the family doesn't spend, I like to put it into the race car and watch it burn away as I drive down the track. You know, because I want to make sure I have no money left. So rather than just throwing it in the blender, I put it in the race car, crash the race car. You know, get the race car fixed and just use the money for that.
That's what I said. I said, look, my kids have had me for 20 years. They're going to have me another 20. After that, there's not going to be any money left. So
Right.
They better learn how to do this in 20 years. And if they don't, they go do something else. They had a fucking fun time for that first 20 years.
Yeah.
So
No
that's
inheritance. That's that. Yeah, you got to work for it.
So out of all this shit, what do you think the coolest thing, the coolest shit you have? What's the one coolest thing out of all of it right here?
In the booth, they're all gone because we had the roll-offs. We had some really cool collaborations that were done with knife makers specifically to us. We were pretty stoked about. We also brought a guy, a phenomenal artist from Japan, Hidetoshi Nakagama, who makes everything from carving to knives or whatever else. Like I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but
Holy shit.
like this is no CNC machines. This is one dude in a shop, like literally by hand, this wallet chain. And he's just a phenomenal guy. He can carve anything. You know, he makes knives, bolt action pins. Just a phenomenal artist. So it was cool for us to have him here. We wanted him to meet the USN. He only comes over for one show a year, and I really said, hey man, I'll fly you out if you want to come out and meet the USN. So that was that. So that was cool for us to get him exposed. Not a lot of talking because he doesn't speak English. I don't speak Japanese. We do a lot of this, shaking hands, but it works out. You know, building bridges.
So one of the things that caught my eye when I looked at his website the first time is he's got a titanium pizza cutter.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck who needs a titanium pizza cutter?
That's the point. Nobody.
But how many of your friends have a titanium pizza cutter?
You know, again, that's why I never try to say that we're a knife shop, right? We're just into stuff, guys that make cool stuff. And this guy's name's Paul Stasiak. He's back east, and he's just a crazy machinist and an artist. So he wanted the ultimate pizza cutter. So this frame here is all single piece of titanium. You know, and this disc is crushed bevel. You know, it actually tapers out. I mean, it's amazing. No, does it do anything that your $2.99 pizza cutter does? That you get at the grocery store, dude? No, it doesn't. But this shit will still be here 100 years from now. You know what I mean?
How much is that?
I think this guy's $375.
That's fucking wild. That's cool.
So
now you guys do shit a little bit differently. So you've got some stuff for sale, but they have to shoot craps in order to qualify to buy it. So what is it? Once a show, twice a show?
We do it four times a day for both days of the show. One of the things, and I don't know how down with the knife world you were before you started.
Dude, this is all brand new.
Yeah, the knife world's crazy. When people say, what do you do for a living? I sell knives. And why do you got to go to shows? And we sell, but we enter these lotteries for knives. People say, $1,000 knife. And they go, well, you get to win the knife? No. You get to win the chance to buy the knife. Because there's more people than there are knives. So people have to ration them out, right? And so different knife makers in different places do it different ways. The big thing is to have a lotto. You literally write your name on the hat, and they draw out a name, and they get to buy the knife. And which seems easy, but it's also complicated. And a lot of people think it was rigged or whatever else. So one of my guys, I think it might have been Eric or one of my guys came up with the idea, hey man, we should just make them roll dice.
That's pretty
kind of as a joke, and I was like, oh hell yeah, we're gonna have them roll dice. You gotta take a knee,
like
and we roll dice.
Back alley style.
Yeah, bounce it off the front of the booth, and then that way, not only is it more fun than kind of sitting in a man flesh sandwich listening for your name, you know, but you get to, it's interactive, but it's also right out there all in the open, right? Nobody can accuse anybody of anything because it's like, you know, there's 50 people standing around. They saw that you rolled a 3. Get up and leave. You're not winning a knife. You know what I mean?
So pan around the show real fast. Show how big this room is real quick. So I don't know. There's hundreds of dudes in here, maybe thousands. So it'll flow out like a tidal wave coming. Like the wave will roll back. And where does everybody go? There'll be a great booth. There'll be hundreds of dudes here shooting dice for the chance to buy 6 knives. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's wild.
And we're real fortunate, you know, like, hey, I say every day I come in and I unlock my shop, I thank God that I get to do something because I'm an idiot, you know. And we're real fortunate that the guys that we work with actually have talent and can make stuff, and they will work with us, and you know, like we do, you know, maybe if they have a knife model, they'll apply what we call our monkey edge frag texture, which is kind of like this, you know, the square motif. They'll apply it to their stuff and make it especially for us. So we're real fortunate that we work with guys that don't have any problem selling their stuff, and they're willing to kind of go the extra mile and do special stuff for us, which, you know, garners excitement and, you know, and this, that, and the other thing. So we're real thankful that, you know, a lot of the companies, you know, whether it's a company like Strider Knives or Hinderer Knives or an individual maker, you know, like Les George, Brian Fellholter, Brad Southard, or, you know, Jim Burke, a lot of these guys have, you know, they don't need us to sell stuff, you know what I mean? They sell everything, just like you guys. You guys don't need us to sell stuff. You're gonna eat and still put gas in the, you know, in the Porsches without Monkey Edge. We're really stoked that they take the time out of their schedule to do us up right and make us seem cooler than we are. So.
Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you, dude. I'm glad to see it, man. I'm glad you came out. You know, first Blade show. Now you're going to be ingrained in the knife world.
So we got a 10x40 for Blade show. We had a 10x30 last year. So I'm going to put a helicopter in the booth.
No shit.
So this year we came out just to look at this, and we've never been to this USM show. We have a booth we think is going to be right next to you guys now. So we got a 10x10 booth locked onto this, so we'll be here.
Oh, so we're going to have like the quadfecta between Starling Gear, Strider, SOE, and Monkey Edge?
Right.
Oh, man.
So, man, this is Brady. He's got a fucking shitload of people waiting around to hand him money, and he took fucking 15 minutes of his time to fucking stop and talk to us.
No, thanks, dude. I appreciate you coming by. Always a big fan. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
My time. Wait, you're on my side of the bed.
Sorry? This isn't my good side, though. No, it's okay. It's fine.
There's no videos with me on that side of the bed.
It's okay.
All right.
I can be on this side of the bed. I feel kind of uncomfortable saying that, though.
Hey guys, John Willis. This is Marissa Strider. This is Mick Strider's wife. A couple years ago, we saw some crazy-looking Damascus. Looked like it had batteries in it. It was super blue and purple and stuff in there. I saw it show up on a Facebook page and started looking for it, and you couldn't get it. Like, it didn't exist. So when we started asking, you know, where do you get that? There was only a couple of those pieces out there. So we went to Blade Show that year with the intention of buying it. Like, I went to Blade Show to buy those knives, and I didn't know who made them or where they'd really come from. And it was Marissa who made those knives. And not only did she make the knives, she forged the Damascus that went into the knives. So I got those knives, and like, you're talking like $5,000 knives, and guys are like, you're crazy having a $5,000 knife. But really, you're not when you stop and think about it. Every dude that's got a Corvette wants a Ferrari, and the guy with a Ferrari wants a Lamborghini, and when you want to get the Lamborghini, there's always something above it. But when I got that knife that she made, at the time there wasn't anything beyond that. Like, when you bought that knife, there was nothing beyond that I wanted. So I got that, and I said, I'm going to use this thing every day. And I fucking use it. I carry it all the time and open boxes and shit. So she did a collaboration this year with Doc Schiffer.
Yep, Doc Schiffer knives.
At the USN here, and there were only two. I said, what knives came? And there were only 2 knives. She made one and he made one. And they're the only ones made out of their Damascus that she made. So I have both of those knives. I bought both of them before the show ever happened. That's the video you guys saw up in the hotel room a couple nights ago. So how did this happen? Like, what made you say, I want to make some fucking Damascus? Like,
Hey, listen, I got to give props out to Doc Schiffer, first of all, because he turned my Damascus, into something that I had never seen before. The way that he does his mirror grinds is incredible. And to really get that shine and get that pop on that knife I'm really blessed to be able to work with him and to use his Rincon and then put the Damascus on it. It was really a blessing to work with him. And just the Damascus for mine, what we did here. Did you already see all this gorgeous stuff yesterday?
No.
No, you didn't. Okay. Well, let's pull you through a couple of the purples and the coppers, and through the wear, it's going to change. I mean,
Yeah,
it's going to
already
change
changing color in my hand.
it's going to change with your hand, but that makes it personal. You really get it's going to turn into your touch only. So the grinds, we've got a little bit of Trisula grinds, we've got a false edge right here, looking sexy. It comes out to 220, so you're still getting a smooth, nice finish. And the heat that we apply, that's a little bit of a secret. I can't divulge into that. But I gotta tell you, it came out, pulled a really nice blue color. You've got some purple popping out. And of course your pocket clip, we can't just send you out with, just a titanium pocket clip. We really needed to up the game, give you some Damascus, give you some texture right on this.
Yeah, it's like
and
the bark's on there almost.
It has a little piece of bark, and it's sexy.
Yeah.
So, it rides in your pocket well, and it's an incredible knife designed to work with anyways, but this packs a powerful punch, and you should use it every day. This needs to be out. This wants to be used. Don't put it away. I'd be so sad if you put it in a safe. So I'm so happy that you got it and that you're enjoying it, and, you can carry docks too. It won't make you cry.
Yeah. Like she said the first time, she's like, use those knives. I said, don't worry, we'll have them back with the tip snapped off of them in 6 months.
Perfect.
So we just wanted to show you guys, all you guys keep asking who makes this. She doesn't have a Facebook page. You got an Instagram though, right?
I do have an Instagram, Marissa Strider on Instagram.
And it's just Marisa?
Yep.
It's Marissa Strider on Instagram. That's where you can buy these. If you're not going to buy one, get on there anyways, because you'll see crazy shit that you won't see anywhere else. Thanks, guys. I'm John Willis. This is Marissa, and we'll see you guys soon.